For those of you who don't know me, I'm Donna Doyon, and I teach a mindful approach to weight loss classes at Presence of Mind Wellness Center. And I have a podcast that comes out weekly. And when this is finished, I'll put a link to that podcast in the comments so you can have a listen if you're so inclined. Today, I want to talk about your posture. My voice just squeaked. About your posture and how that can impact the food choices that you're making. Sounds silly, right? Who makes the connection between posture and what you're eating? It can play a big part. You see, our minds and our bodies and our spirits are all linked. We are this trifecta of magnificence. And when something is out of alignment, that causes us to make the less than healthy choices that we want for our life in regards to all aspects of our lives and not just our food choices. So today I want to perhaps just tweak your curiosity and make you stop and think, to pause. Pausing is the key to being mindful. We just stop what's going on, just shut out all of the garbage and the garbled stuff, and just pause. So I want you to think of a time, not mealtime, an in-between mealtime snacking event. For me, one that comes to mind is yesterday. I went upstairs to my bedroom where I keep my hiking clothing, my hiking snacks, and I had some bags of Cadbury eggs, great at Easter time. I love them. They're one of my favorite holiday treats. And I opened a new bag and I poured a bunch into my hand and I gobbled them down, didn't even really stop to appreciate them. I just wanted them. We haven't been able to get out hiking, so I haven't been able to enjoy them on the weekends like I usually would, like I planned to eat them when I purchased them. So I'm eating these candies and not really paying attention to them. And as I walked away, I noticed, and this is playing this scenario in my head afterwards, I noticed that I was walking away and my head was down and I was kind of slow and just kind of, oh crap, Donna, you just screwed up. You probably just ate 300 calories worth of candy. And yes, even though I teach this, I'm still, I hate to say the word guilty, I still find myself falling into the practice of blaming myself, of trying to shame myself. Luckily, that doesn't last very long anymore. And so if you do that now, be kind to yourself. Understand that this is a journey and it takes time to learn these new skills. So back to my posture. I noticed that I was slumped down and I remembered that over the weekend I had dipped into this bag, well, the bag that had previously been opened, an open bag of Cadbury eggs. And I noticed then that my posture was kind of sneaky. Earl was home and he was downstairs and I was upstairs and I'm very carefully opening the bag and I'm trying not to make too much noise so he wouldn't call up, "What are you getting into?" "Nothing, dear." So I was being sneaky about eating it. And when I finished that bag, I brought it downstairs to the trash and then I kind of tucked it into the trash, trying to hide the evidence. Earl does not go through the trash. He probably wouldn't notice there was a wrapper of Cadbury eggs in the trash. And even if he did, so what? My posture, my demeanor around eating these Cadbury eggs was very much sneaky, was very much a sense of kind of that dejected feeling. I won't say that I was depressed, but I wasn't feeling good about myself after eating those candies. And I did know exactly what I was doing when I opened that bag. I made the conscious decision to eat those candies. I had walked in the morning and I, used the old logical thing of, oh, I exercised, so I can eat. I'll talk in a later time about how that can work against us. I wasn't hungry, but I still made the decision to eat. And I was being sneaky. On the weekends, I was being sneaky. Yesterday, Earl wasn't home, so I didn't have to be sneaky. But I noticed I was disappointed in myself afterwards. And when we're disappointed in ourselves, we tend to hunch, we lower our heads, and we just kind of have this hangdog thing of crap, crap. Why did I do that? And whether it lasts for just a few seconds or a longer period of time, we still should honor ourselves and process those feelings and allow them. Because it was after experiencing that yesterday. I was out on my walk this morning and I was thinking about that. And I already had a sense that I wanted to talk about our posture this week, but I couldn't quite put the pieces together. And then I realized, and I haven't tried this yet, so we're going to have to, we'll see. I'll try to remember to report back. But what if, as I was approaching my stash of hiking food, my snacks that I take when we're out hiking, if I approached it with my shoulders back, my head high, my stomach in, and a smile on my face, saying, I choose to eat these Cadbury eggs in this moment. What a difference that would make. Because if I chose to eat them with a confident posture, aligning my body with this choice, walking forth to claim what I chose, and I think that I would have stood there and I would have poured those eggs into my hand and I would have looked at them and I may have touched them and admired the pastel colors, and I may have popped one into my mouth and said, yeah, good choice. In my heart at this moment, I feel like that's a truth for me. If, however, if I can become mindful of my posture as I'm approaching that snack, and if I am walking toward it, and I'm like, perhaps it's kind of like I was yesterday. I think I was more racing towards it, like someone was going to take it away from me. But if I'm walking there, life sucks. This is really hard being secluded. It's a scary world out there. There's a lot of crap going on. I don't know who to believe. I don't know what to believe. And I was feeling that negative energy. And I started walking towards that candy supply. And if I could catch myself, pause in that moment and stand tall, shoulders down, head high, stomach in, smile on my face, and look at those Cadbury eggs and say, not today, not in this moment. I choose something better for myself. And I also believe my truth is that I could walk away because I'm approaching that food choice from a place of physical confidence, ready for whatever choice I make, ready to honor and enjoy whatever choice I make. So it's not a matter necessarily of resisting these temptations. It's a matter of making a choice from a place of confidence in yourself. And it's hard not to feel confident when you're standing straight and your head is high and your shoulders are back and your stomach is in and you have a smile on your face. Isn't that what they tell us whenever we're in an uncomfortable situation? Going for a job interview, going to do a presentation in class, pretty much anything in class, in the workplace. People tell us, stand tall, keep your chin up, head high, shoulders back, stomach in, smile on your face. You're ready for anything. And I truly believe that when we apply this to our eating choices, it also will benefit us. And think of the posture you have after you've eaten. Let's go skip to mealtime now. So that was those in-between meal snacks. And if you can approach your choices, you walk to the refrigerator, you may have had a really hard day at work, your head is down, pull open the door and you're just looking for the perfect snack, and you grab whatever it is you see and you start to eat that. If you were to stand tall at the refrigerator, pull open the door and look in there with a smile on your face, I can't promise, can't guarantee, but you know what I'm feeling right now? I'm feeling like you will make the healthier choice. You may still eat something. You may make the healthier choice. At mealtime, think about your posture when you're eating, sitting at the table, sitting on the couch. I don't have a table. I eat on my couch. Think of your posture. Are you sitting up so that you're enjoying it? Or are you slumped back, plate on your belly, and just kind of shoveling the food in, not really enjoying it? I invite you to try it. Sit up straight. Elbows off the table, if you have a table. But just sit up straight. Raise the fork up to your mouth or the spoon, and then let it go back down. Stay straight. If you're talking with someone, try smiling. See how that changes your mealtime experience. So often we overeat our meals. We eat more than we need to. And when we're sitting back like this, it seems more comfortable just to enjoy that feeling of, oh, the stomach expanded. Woof. Think of the major holidays that are all surrounded around food. If you're sitting up tall, head up, shoulders back, stomach in, smile on your face, and you're eating, I think you're more aware of how you're feeling as a result of what you're eating. And you may be more inclined to stop eating sooner when you start to feel satisfied, not when you feel full and bloated. I heard a few months ago, maybe 6 or 8 months ago, the perfect time to know when it's time to stop eating at mealtime is when you sigh. You know how you're eating, you're shoveling food in your mouth, and then all of a sudden it's like, whew, boy, this is good food. That's a cue. That's an indication that you've had enough. You're ready to stop. And when you can start to be aware of it and then start to honor that part, that hesitation, that recognition that you've had enough, perhaps start noticing how much food is left on your plate at that point. And whether or not you continue to eat, be aware of how much food is left on your plate. And the next time you have a meal, perhaps reduce the amount you take by approximately that amount and see how you feel. Does that make sense? Oh, I hope it makes sense. Please leave some comments if you have questions about what I'm talking about. The key takeaway is that the way that we stand and the way we present ourselves in the world, not necessarily to the world, but in the world, this is how we represent ourselves. And when we work on our posture and we stand tall, sit tall, shoulders down, head up, stomach in, smile on our face, we feel more prepared to handle whatever choices, opportunities, cravings that we may be facing. In fact, the podcast episode that will be released this coming Thursday is about how to deal with cravings. So I hope this was a little bit helpful. A few things I do want to let you know. Starting next week, after this, I may change the time. I'm not sure how I'll do it, but I'm going to do a short video lesson like this, and then afterwards invite people to join me in either a Zoom room or something like that for a video conference so we can have some interaction and you can share what's going on in your life and we can apply whatever the lesson was or any of the lessons to your situation. So it's a more unique or it's a more personal way for you to not just absorb the material, but really find out how you can apply it in your life. And I am also available to work with people one-on-one or in a group setting. If it's something that you're interested in, send me a private message or leave a comment below that you'd like to learn about working with me, and I will reach out to you. This mindful approach to weight loss, it's not about the calories that you're eating. It's really about focusing on the quantity. Wait, I think I said that backwards. It's not about the quantity of the calories that you're eating. I really want you to focus on the quality of your life and how your weight is impacting what you are dreaming of doing and what you are actually doing. Your life is here for you. And so many times, at least I found for myself and from people that I've talked with, friends, family, people that I've worked with, one of the things that's holding us back so many times is related to our weight. We allow it to restrict us in ways that it really doesn't need to. It's all about changing the way we think about our weight and ourselves. And that's something that I can definitely help you do so that you can live and enjoy the best life ever. So for this week, posture. Whenever you're around food and you're considering eating it, shoulders down, head up, stomach in, smile on your face, ask yourself 2 questions. Am I hungry? What do I really want? Those 2 questions are powerful. Just ask them. You don't have to change a thing at this point about what food choices you're making. Just allow your brain to start thinking about them. Because eventually your brain is going to start saying, she really wants whatever. I'm going to help her get it. So next time we'll resist the food. Have an amazing day. If you have any questions, post them in the comments. Love you. Bye.